medication, I see that there is a lot of interconnectivity, right? So as a caregiver, there is that stress, you want to be a superwoman. And then also with finances, as a caregiver, there's one of the responsibilities that he or she may also have is taking care of finances for the care recipient. So kudos to you, Ms. Jackson, for putting all of this together. It's wonderful. I'm going to start by asking the audience, asking each of you, just by a show of hands or by standing, if anyone is a caregiver. Wonderful. Oh my God. Thank you. Thank you. Are anyone in the audience, are you a caregiver to the care recipient who is over the age of 50? As caregivers, are you over the age of 50? Wonderful. How many of you are daughters? You're taking care of a partner or a family member. Wonderful. This is a great audience, okay? So I'm with my people here. Thank you. So what I found is there are two categories of caregivers. There is the formal caregiver, and that is a caregiver that is paid monetarily. And then there are those like me who are informal caregivers. We are the ones who are family members, daughters, partners, spouses, and we are unpaid. And we do it out of love. We are care recipients advocates. We are their protectors. We are there to take care of them. I'm sorry, we're just having a little cleanup here in aisle 3. Okay, great. Caregivers or care recipients, they can receive care usually in the home, and also either long or short-term facilities. But for me, I am an informal caregiver to my mother, who is 96, as I mentioned previously, and she is a firecracker in every aspect of the word. I have to say that. Her name is Dolores Slater, and she's a diabetic. She also has a foot ulcer, which limits her mobility, so she's on a walker. There are those instrumental activities of daily living that she needs assistance with, and so those activities are grocery shopping, laundry, walking her dog. So my day starts a little before 6 in the morning. So I'm at my mom's. I live about 3 blocks from her. I go to her house, walk her dog, make her coffee, make her breakfast, do her laundry, vacuuming if necessary, her medicine, make sure that that's administered, make her bed, wash her breakfast dishes, take out the garbage, and then I go home and I get ready for work. So I'm sure I see a lot of head shaking. So that alone can cause a lot of stress. But it's important for each one of us to know that, to identify those signs when we are overwhelmed. So those signs of being overwhelmed would be fatigue, sleep deprivation, having difficulty balancing, right, our own lives with the responsibilities and the role as a caregiver. So that's what I really want to drive today, is identifying those characteristics of being overwhelmed. Because by identifying those characteristics at the onset, you're less than likely to cross over into caregiver burnout and caregiver fatigue, which is chronic. Those are those characteristics that can lead into depression. can lead into PTSD, can lead into not taking the self-care for ourselves, not taking care of our finances properly. And also to know that we can rely on resources that are available to help. Now, oftentimes I've also found that as a caregiver, we hold on to ownership of our care recipient because nobody can do it the way we can do it, right? And in some situations that is true. We want to make sure that whomever we have in our support system is able to provide that same level of quality care for our caregivers, to our care recipients. So that is where we need to be very careful and very mindful and to do our homework. And oftentimes family members will not be around. They will say to you, oh, what do you need? Do you need help with that? Oh, yeah, I do. But when you have to rely on, and this is just my experience, but when you have to rely on them and you call them on that, they're nowhere around. And that goes for siblings, that goes for extended family members, that goes for friends and neighbors. So you need to have someone within your own personal network that you can actually trust and who actually has those same values and that love and respect for your caregiver. Yeah. So I'm going to end there, and I'm just going to, I'll share additional information as I'm asked.